yeah, this might be a cool situation to also create some nice like tree-like structures in the background. So I'm just going to go back to my background layer. So we have middle ground almost, and like the foreground characters, and our background is still the same. So going back to my background layer, I'm going to work on the details right here now. Maybe adding some strokes that are saying like, hey, there's a tree standing here, and just later on in the project like in the process, that's what I wanted to say, we just give it some shadows on like for those trees. But for now we can just keep them very rudimentary and very basic. And yeah, just see how far you can go there by just making it not too structured, I would say, because it's still like, I mean, this, however, this can be human made, of course, this whole environment, but still, like, the eye just loves nature. So if you can give the eye something that is a bit more like random, it will really appreciate it. And then of course making sure the trees that are over there in the back are really getting smaller and are really like becoming more of a, just more like dots or something. And that's a perfect occasion to just use some dots to really simulate some of the trees. And now it's kind of cool to add these like shadows that are just like casted by the trees, just so it like has this illusion of the sun just hitting these areas. Just like that. Okay. There's some parts of the picture that are still a bit too harsh here and there, but I think slowly it starts getting there. And yes, like totally have to do something with this very harsh green. It just, I don't know how this accident just happened, but it happened, and now we can make sure to fix it. So that's much better, a little more gentle. Okay. Yep. That is the color. yeah, so when you find a nice color, just keep going with it and keep playing around with it if it suits. Definitely want to make this shape here more interesting. Like this looks still kind of like boring, I would say. This whole area. That's it. Yep. Just like faking in some of the background. And oh, now I see like we can actually go and scale up our image. Now like I think we just hit a certain level of detail where it actually makes sense to use a larger pixel width. So I'm just going to press Ctrl Alt I and go for, I would say, like maybe 3500 pixels, and that should do it. Press enter, and from here we have a little bit better grip on all of our details. So from here I start just showing some love to these rocks here. Maybe even adding some of that like bounce light to the clouds. There we go. See, yummy pink bounce. That's what I really love. Alright. And we totally want to give this temple some life, right? Don't we? I mean, I would just totally love to. Wait, before we do this, let's just still work on our foreground, because it's like this tree just, I don't know why it keeps like grabbing my attention, but it's just like it's a little catastrophe. I mean, it's just so hard. Let me see how much of the tree I can actually erase. So what happens when I just, oh, okay, like this is cool. Like we still have our layer. We still have our little foreground there. That's all quite okay. I like that. Now from here, like from here I feel much more empowered, I would say. That sounds so dramatic. I mean, but I really like feel like this should be more of a like just like that, like maybe like this. A bushy, leafy tree. Okay, maybe the stem is not so beautiful anymore, but we get that fixed too. There we go. Oh, I like, oof. That already feels so much better. I don't know why, but This other tree was just not resonating with me. Hey, brush, what is up? Oh, I'm still drawing in the background. No, I'm not. Oh yeah, I do. Like, we have some... Ah, there we go. We had a stroke in the foreground. So let's just merge this. Do we have something else over there? Oh, that's our blend. I'm like, you see how quick it happens to get confused on the layers? Let's just get this layer back out, and there we have all our wonderful strokes. And maybe we could even have some nice poles, like sticking out a little bit like earlier here from the way. Just something like that. There we go. So I think you get the idea, like basically making anything that helps the viewer to connect these two spaces, basically these or three spaces actually. I mean, this is one space. Oh god, that's so slow. This is one space, this is one space, and this is one space. So we could consider this one space too. However, like, we have a pretty flat surface here. I mean, it's basically we need a transition from this space to this space, and from this space to this space. And like this little pathway down here, this is basically one of the transitions. So I really want to add some stronger shapes to that one. Flowery stuff. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. Now I'm just trying to brighten this. Some texture. Maybe bluish even more. There we go. This is it. Let's see if we can actually... Alright. I already see I have to merge these. Okay, now I'm going to do something dangerous. I'm going to merge the foreground and the background layer. Should I do it? No. Like this is the perfect occasion to to use another technique to actually combine new layers. So what I will do, I will just like unlock the layer from the transparency, like with M, just select that area where I wanted that blend and click on the layer in which we use that blend, just right here. And now with Control Shift J, I just separated that blend part from the other layer. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge this into the layer of my foreground bodies over here. Just selecting the layer on top and pressing Control E, and now just them are on one layer, and that's pretty cool because now I can just merge the other layer into the rest. So just like that. So we can still have, at least like later, if we just go for some clouds or whatever, have these guys separated.